All right, so it is the 11 o'clock hour. It's 11:02, and I am looking to enter this trade right here where the highest was created at 10:55, about 5 minutes ago, give or take. This movement happened so fast that I wasn't 100% prepared for it to happen within the first 2 minutes of this hour. So I'm going to go ahead and just wait to see what this formation actually winds up doing. So right now the high that was made was 89.88, and Nadex is offering theirs at 89.94 when it was at this area right here. I believe it was selling for about $18. If it gets up to that area, that'd be way, I mean, it's a pretty safe strike. It'd be way outside of the zone that was created. If I switch over to the 1 hour chart, it'd be way outside the zone that was created as far as the potential resistance zone. The highest that it was 89.90, 90.07, 89907, give or take, was the highest it was, and that was about 2 hours ago. So I'll just wait to see if it retraces. It happened so fast that I was not able to get on it. I wasn't prepared for it. And I was also just a little bit worried about these upward channels indicators, but I don't really trade based on that. I trade based more on the actual support resistance zone right now. But man, it just happened so fast. I'll keep you all updated. I'll see if I get another chance to enter if it retraces back up to that resistance area. All right, here we are about 9 minutes later, and I've entered in a position. I got it to touch that area right there, and right now the market is currently at selling $24, and I got mine at $19.50. It was the best one that I could find based on it being at that zone. Of course, the prices on Nadex are not going to match up the prices available here. I mean, on the resistance of it level here. If it, for whatever reason, goes up there and touches this area, I might get in on another one somewhere at around $40, $45 on the sell side. Right now, it looks like it's going to try to go up a little bit more. Like I said, it's selling for $26 right now at the moment. I don't see this getting that high up there, but if it does, I will pull the trigger on another one to get in on the second contract. The highest that it had been is actually going to be right about this area as of right now. So 89.905-ish, 6-ish, give or take. So this is the highest that it has been this morning. I don't think that this area is going to finish up there based on the strategy. And I'm willing to take a second contract on it if it does get even higher towards this level. Like I said, I don't think it's going to get up there, but if it does, I'll go ahead and I'll pull the trigger on another one to get one even closer to at the money. Typically, I like to trade these at the money where I risk about 45, 50 bucks to make about 50 bucks. But because the strikes with the Nadex weren't 100% in line with this one, I just got to take what's available. But yeah, I'll keep you all updated. I'll check back in here in about 15-20 minutes and see what happens. All right, it's 11:30, so we got 30 minutes left on this trade. And as of right now, this trade is looking pretty good. The highest that it got was at that level right here, 89.92. And it showed a lot of, I guess, hesitation with this big long candle wick. That is kind of telling me reversal signals, and this is on a 5-minute chart. So what I'm looking at right now is that this resistance level should hold up pretty nicely with these red candles coming in there. So I think all of this right here is just showing extra confirmation of those reversals. And of course, I had the sell side for this particular trade setup. I'm feeling pretty confident with it. I could have gotten an additional contract at about $33, $35, but it wasn't my second zone. My second zone was that if it did hit that range of 89.94, which it had right about here, which would have been at about 5 o'clock this morning, that would have been my second entry zone right there to get it closer to at the money. Like I mentioned, Nadex offered it at 89.94. So that's where I want it to be. Oh man, and just as I'm speaking, look at all those bulls come into the market, of course. So that would have been my zone that I wanted to pick up an additional contract. So I'm going to go ahead and continue let this one to ride out. Man, just as I was talking to y'all, look at all that strength that came back into the market. So I might have a chance to pick up another contract. Would I have liked it? No. I want it to be a nice, slow, steady, boring trade. But we'll just see what happens. I might pick up an additional contract on that one. All right, check y'all later. All right, so we got 5 minutes left on this trade, and this area has been holding relatively well. I think this is going to be a loss on the actual strategy because I think, well, the strategy was that it was supposed to be underneath this resistance line. But if this candle holds well and it turns out to be either a doji, no color, or a red, then this should be a win on Nadex. I just don't need it to breach that level right there. If it can stay below that level, then I've got myself another winner. But like I said, it's going to be a loss on the strategy, but I'm thinking and I'm hoping this might be a winner on Nadex. We'll see. I got just about 4 minutes left on this. I'll post a video up here in a second, or I'll come back to it in a second. This is a 5-minute candle, 5 minutes left. I just need this to be very indecisive or a red. All right, candle officially finished. The time right now is 12 o'clock, and man, these markets, they love to play around with us. They know where that support and resistance zones might be for the longer time frames. But yeah, I had an opportunity to get into the market here at about a contract that was worth $55 on the sell side. So if I had pulled the trigger on that one, I would have been $55 richer. But I just went in on one that was at $19.50. So after commissions, I'm profited about $17. It would not have been my ideal profit situation. I typically like to get closer to at the money. But because this was the resistance zone and that was the area that Nadex was offering at $89.94, and it also held up to be a relatively good resistance zone also from earlier this morning, I just didn't go in unless I wanted to in the last 5 minutes of this trade to go in on it to risk $50 to make $50. But at that point, like I mentioned, I knew that this strategy was going to be a loss. So it was going to be a loss on the strategy, but a win on Nadex. So I'm just thankful that it did in fact win. And I'm thankful that the strike itself was around that area. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and hold off on this next hour. I have an opportunity to get in on another one, it looks like, as long as this zone still holds up. But with the way that it's acting, I just feel like it's trending upward. And on top of that, I know that the Federal Reserve is going to be announcing their minutes at the end of this hour. So in about 59 minutes, they're going to be announcing their minutes. So even though this is not a USD trade, I feel like USD or they might be affecting the market in general. So I think I'm just going to hold off. I'm going to take my profits of $17 and walk away. I might go in on something later this afternoon in the evening for low volatility trades. But as of right now, I'm done trading the strategy for the day. It was a sneaky small little winner, but still won based on Nadex. But unfortunately, it was a loss on the strategy. Okay, see you all later. Post the video.